Here's how to make this 400 iron per hour iron farm in Minecraft Bedrock 1.19. Now yes, I know this does look like a lot of materials, however it is 100% worth it for how much iron this farm produces. We're going to start this farm off by building the killing chamber and the collection system for the iron golems. So start by locating the front of your farm, and once you've done that, for me it's going to be this direction, place 2 blocks up in a pillar like that, with your double chest on top of the pillar. You then want to come to the right side, placing 1 block, and to the left of the chest and placing 2 just like that. You then want to come around to the back of the chest, placing a hopper on the left side. This is where all the iron and poppies are going to be going into and then leading into that chest. Next, you want to come to this right side with the 2 blocks, placing 4 off of this one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then coming to the left side and doing the same, 1, 2, 3, 4. You then want to fill this area in here. So I'm going to place 4 there, and then 3 there, so it should look something like this right now. Next, what you're going to want to do is come to this front side here, and it doesn't have to be glass, but for me, I'm going to do glass so I can see inside of the container. I'm going to place 1 glass to the left of the double chest, and then 2 on top, and then I'm going to make a 3x3 area here, so I'm going to go 2 more up. So now there's 3 there, and 3 there. I'm then going to want to come and make a little barrier around this glass with regular blocks, just like this. So now it should look like that. I then want to come and fill in the walls the same height as this. So I'm going to make 4 there, 4 there, and then filling in all 3 of these walls. So after you've done that, it should look just like this, with 1 block going around the top on top of the glass like that. Next, you want to come down to this corner, placing your water so it all leads into that hopper there. And then right on top of this water, on the block right here, you want to place 9 signs. So 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and then do the same thing for these 3 rows here. And then once you have the 9 signs just like that, you want to go to the middle sign here and place your lava on top of it so that the lava fully covers that area. This is how the iron golems are going to die. So now it's time to do the big building portion of this. So what we want to do is come to every single one of the sides, come to the middle here and build out 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then do that same thing for all 4 sides. So now it should look just like this. Once you have that, what you want to do is come to the end of all the pillars and connect them in a square just like this. So now your area should be looking a little something like this. The final step is to fill in all 4 of these squares with blocks completely. So once you have that whole area filled in there, what you want to do is go to any one of the 4 corners, building up 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then going to every other corner and copying that same thing. Once you have all 4 corners with 4 blocks stacked up like that, you want to connect all of them and make a wall going completely around the whole build. Just in case you do want to double check to make sure you've gotten the measurements right, you should have a massive 19 by 19 square, just like this, with a wall on every side that's 4 blocks tall, and in the center you have a 3x3 section there. So it should look just like this. Now that we've got that done, what we want to do is come up to any one of the 4 corners, build 5 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then in the other direction go 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So you should have this 5x5 area here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. You then want to build 1 block there, 2 there, and then 3 more there. So it should look like that. Now you're going to want to copy that same pattern on all 4 corners. So this next part here is going to require a bunch of water. So if you're in a survival world, what you're going to want to do is make an infinite water source to easily collect it all. So what you want to do is on all of these walls right here, you want to place a full line of water. And then in this corner, this back corner all the way over here, you want to place a thing of water as well. So we're going to do that in all 4 sides. So a full row here with 1 block in the corner there. So once you've done that, all the water should perfectly be flowing into this middle center 3x3 square right here, just like that. Once you have that, you can go ahead and break your infinite water source as well, as we're not going to need it anymore. So once you have that, go ahead and place a full ring of leaves around this entire top area that we did. This is so no iron golems can spawn on top of here, and they all spawn in this watered area down here. And a quick note, this doesn't have to be leaves either. It could be something like buttons or pressure plates or carpets, but leaves for me is just the easiest to collect in my survival world. So now that you have that entire killing chamber done, what we're going to want to do is build the portion where the villagers stay. So come to the frontier farm here, then come to the left side. You're going to see there's 5 blocks here. What you're going to want to do is take the 4th one back. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th block here, place a thing of glass and go 7 this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're then going to want to come to the left here, which is towards the back of the farm, and go 8 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're going to turn left again, going this way, and placing 8 more blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this final block should end 1 block from the edge right there. You're then going to want to place blocks like that so it makes a full square, and fill this whole square in with glass. So now you should have a glass square that looks like this, with 2 of the blocks going into there and 2 of the blocks there. So it should look just like this. So one quick thing to note is that this block does have to be glass or leaves. It cannot be a solid block because then iron golems could spawn on that and risk breaking the entire farm. So what you're going to want to do next is come to this wall here, put your back to it, and then those 3 corners there, you're going to want to do this next step. So go to any of those 3 corners and build 3 blocks of glass in the side there, and then 3 more up just like that, and do that for the other 2 corners here. So 3 like that and 3 on top, and then doing the same here. Next, you want to come to each of these corners here, and you want to connect them with a wall of glass just like this. And this is so that no villagers can actually fall out of your glassed in area here. So once you finish that, it should look something a little bit like this. Alright, so once you have that glass area built there for the villagers, you're going to want to come back to the front of the farm here and then face this glass area that you've just created. You're going to want to come up to this bottom glass here, and from the far left side, go 3 blocks over. So 1, 2, 3, and on that 3rd block, you're going to want to place a block on the ground just like that. So on that 3rd block there should be a 1 block gap and then your block there. From there, you're going to want to go 5 more in that direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you're going to want to face the back there and go 7 that way. So we're going to want to turn this way and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then fill this whole area in as if it was a square. So do that just like this, and then filling in this whole square here. So next what we want to do is we want to grab all of our leaves and make a big square on the ground that completely matches the structure we built on the top. So I go to this corner here, I'm going to place a block there, and then I'm going to completely match with this entire build what we built on top here. So I'm going to go to this corner as well, right there, and then turn and completely fill in the ground here with leaves. This is so that no iron golems can spawn on the ground. Again, this doesn't have to be leaves, this could be a block. You could use buttons or carpets, but for my sake, leaves makes it a lot easier. So you can see I have this big square here of leaves, which completely matches the top here, and then I'm going to fill this whole area in. So as you can see, I have this massive square of leaves on the ground that completely matches the area that we built on top. So our next step is we want to get all of our villagers inside of this glass area right here. So the easiest way to do that is to take some minecarts and simply make a rail system that leads them inside of this area here. So as you can see, I have this small contraption set up here, which is a rail system leading into that glass box. And I'm just going to take my villagers, push them into that minecart, and then push them inside of this glass box here, just like this. Now, a few quick things to note with this is do make sure that when you're doing this, you have no green villagers, because if you have them, they won't be able to get a profession and they won't work. So in total, we're going to need 20 villagers inside of here. So go ahead and do that now. It might take a little bit of time, so that's why it would be helpful if you built this area next to a villager breeder or a village close by. As you can see now, I have all 20 villagers inside of this area here. So now it's time to give them all professions. So what I want to do is I want to take my fletching table, and inside of this gap that we've left here, place a fletching table on all sides. So it's going to be 5 there, 5 on this side, 5 on this side, and then 5 over here as well. You'll know that you've done it right if you have 20 fletching tables placed in total. With any good iron farm comes a bunch of beds, so we're going to want to place those down right now. So to start, come to the frontier farm here. Then we're going to want to come around to the back, just like this. And then in this corner right here, we're going to want to break this block here and then place beds in this pattern. So 1 there, 1 there, 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 and there. So there should be 8 beds placed down just like that. After you have those 8 beds down, we want to come around to this side here, and 1 block away from the edge, place down 2 more beds just like that. So not on the edge, but 1 more. So now we should have a total of 10 beds placed down. We then want to walk around to this side here and copy what we just did on that other side the exact same way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's a total of 18 beds now. 8, 8, which is 16, and then 2 more there. So that's 18, and we need 20 total. So we're just going to place 2 more down there, and that's all 20 of our beds placed down. And as you can see, if you fly up here, all of the villagers are now Fletchers. And just like that, this whole farm is complete. So you should have all the villagers that are Fletchers there, an entire big square down here of leaves, a big area up here with water and lava in the center, and your leaves on top. And you should start to see the iron golems will spawn in here, die inside of that lava, and then all their items will go inside of this chest here. So now it's time for me to do an AFK test. I'm going to sit here for 15 minutes and see how much iron this produces, and at the end, I'll come back and show you guys the results. So with that, let's get into this test. Alright, so letting this last iron golem die here, it has been just under 15 minutes, and we're going to see how much iron we have right now. Just letting this last iron golem die here. So it looks like we have, alright, so that's really good, a stack and 39 iron. So doing the math, if that's in 15 minutes, in just 1 hour, that times 4 is 412 iron every single hour with this farm. Not including the poppies. So yeah, just iron. 412 iron every single hour with this iron farm. So just like that, this 400 iron per hour iron farm is done. Super easy, super simple, and produces a ton of iron, more than you should need for the beginning of your world. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. I'm posting every Tuesday and Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern time, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.